Blessings. I wanted to use my time online today to do something inspiring and functional and in service. So I'm trying to work really hard on scrolling less, especially doom scrolling about the political situation, and trying to go within more to a place of asking God, asking Spirit to show me the way, to comfort me, to assure me, to uh, to remind me to have trust that there is a reason why everything happens on this planet and in our lives individually and collectively. So I wanted to talk today about Congressman Cory Booker and what he did yesterday. So the thing is, it doesn't really matter if you agree with what he talked about for 24 hours or you don't agree with it. That point doesn't matter. What really struck me is that what he was doing was inviting all of us to remember the light, to remember the light at the end of the tunnel, the light within yourself, the light all around us in the form of divinity, and to understand that in times where we think, because it's not true, but in times of great danger or hopelessness or grief, or confusion or anger, or any insert whatever it is for you, again, personally and collectively, that the light is always there waiting for you. So there might be some people who would say, what he did yesterday, what's the point? Talking for 24 hours, big deal. It's just talking. It's not going to change anything. We need action. There's that camp of people. There's the camp of people who probably don't agree with most of or half of or whatever he said. But again, I'm just inviting myself and perhaps you to realize to really, brew it down to what it actually was that he was doing. And what he was doing is he was using his voice to speak for what he believes is truth, harmony, light, collective unity, and meant compassion, kindness, rationality. I mean, I could just fill this video, okay? And again, some people will agree with that and other people will not agree. That, some people will see the way he said something one way and some people will see it another way. Some people will see it as, yes, I believed it, but it was not a really good functional use of time. Let's get some action going as far as, bills and changes and standing up and doing your job in an active way. And I would beg to differ. I would say that what he was doing was very active. It was not passive. That, anything that becomes into form tangibly starts with a inspiration, with a thought process, with ideas, and then that trickles down into words and beliefs, and then action. So action is the last phase of something manifesting. So it is very important in this time, where the whole world has been roped into what's going on with U.S. politics, but also, aside from that, just caring about the other things that are going on in the world. There's no reason on a planet that provides for us that we cannot find a way to share, that we have to have borders, that we have to fight over things, that we have to kill innocent people. Airplane. Something just happened in my kitchen when I came home from my run, so that's why I just looked out the window. The whole kitchen shook, and I was like, what's happening right now? It only lasted for like 5 seconds. Anyway, now I lost my train of thought. That we are capable on a planet that gives everything to us, Mother Earth, to be able to find a way to provide for her, to take care of her, to be grateful for her blessings, and to do those things for ourselves and for other people. This planet does not need to be in the state that it's in. It's in this state because of greed, corporate greed, individual greed, because of people not listening and not talking, not communicating, not looking for the greater good in a situation. And you can probably parlay that to situations in your own life, with your friendships, your family, your relationships, your job. Um, it's a concept across the board, and I think it's one of the things that we came here to Earth to juggle. Sometimes we end up juggle, struggle. I'm hearing the rhyme here, you know. We're juggling it, but it doesn't have to be a struggle. Sometimes I think humans enjoy the struggle process, but I think as we ascend into 5D, that will change, and we'll realize how quickly and easily and comfortably we can just drop the struggle process and go right to, you know, the bottom line of the truth, the higher good, the higher viewpoint, the higher reaction, the higher state of giving. So I think that what he did was so important because it was a light in the darkness. It was somebody using their voice for something they truly believed in, even if you didn't believe in it. But he was using his voice to light somebody else's candle. And, you know, there's that analogy about when I light your candle, you light somebody else's candle, and we pass it along until, you know, to me yesterday, he was this one little candle, like a little birthday candle that he was holding in the dark. But by the end of his 24-hour period of being steadfast and being stable and being serene and being smart, I guess all the S words are coming to me, you know, and being empowered, at the end of that time, he had lit so many candles in that room and in the candles of Americans, and maybe even more so than Americans, people around the world, I'm sure, were watching. So many candles were lit, and what people realize is there is hope. Change is always possible, and especially on this planet, of course, change is always possible. This is a planet of change. Your life can change from morning to evening in small and big ways, and we all know that. So change is always possible. Faith is steadfast if you choose to reach for it. Hope is always around the corner. Transformation, transcendence, these things, rebirth, are birthrights. They are our birthrights as humans. So the words that we speak and how we choose to show up, and he role modeled for us, show up, use your voice as I am today, whether it be with talking to your family calmly about something, whether it be about this situation, or anything. Using your voice online in so many different ways, writing a book, speaking to people in groups, maybe creating a comfort group at your church or wherever you attend service, or maybe you have a lot of friends and family who are confused and you want to meet once a week to sit down and just kind of comfort each other and talk about things in a calm, rational way and have a prayer session. These are just a couple of ideas, but the point is we have to find a way to remember. We have to choose to remember that the light is the highest form of energy that is available to us. We can choose to wallow in pity and fear and anxiety and all of those things, but staying there will never get us anyplace. We have to be what Cory Booker was yesterday. We have to be somebody who takes a stand, who stands tall, and we've seen it happen across history. We've seen it happen with Jesus and all the people who were crucified, okay? But in the end, their message lasted. Jesus, the Buddha, Gandhi, the people involved with the civil rights movements, women's rights, women's suffrage. I can go on and on and on. And don't think that, if I use my voice, then I'm going to be persecuted. Is that a possibility? Sure, I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to say that. But you have to decide, would you rather be cowering and hiding your head in the sand, or would you rather speak up like Cory Booker did, whether it mean going to town hall meetings or starting, like I said, a support group at your church, or whatever your way is. You have to show up. You have to use your voice, and you have to be a form of light. You know what I mean? Light is not in form, but taking the energy of the light and creating form, however you can do that in your little world. And as we saw yesterday, one person can do that. One person was finally in our Congress. One person was, and there are other ones, I shouldn't say that, but this person on this day stood up and used his life, his voice, his energy, his body for a sounding board for other people. He spoke for many, many other people, as is Bernie Sanders, AOC, and yes, there are other people. I can't name them all here. But don't think that you're too small to do that. Don't wait around for your Congress people to do it. You can do it. You can do it. And it does matter. It does change things. It does change the world. So I hope that was helpful in some way, and I send you love and light.